All right, welcome back guys to another video here at the channel. A little sex juice, as Baker X would call it. Well, sorry it took me a little bit to get one up and running, but I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the news cycles. We had Helene. I mean, we kind of got touched a little bit.
What do you mean by that?
We just got rain and a little bit of wind, and then now we had Milton come down here. It kind of dampened our moods a little bit. Again, we didn't get too affected. We're in the South Florida area, Miami. So we didn't really get much, just a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, nothing too crazy. So we haven't been able to ride really just because of the rain and the wind. Luckily no flooding, nothing like that. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how bikes basically ruined my life. And maybe not in the way that you guys think, but I come from, so again, this is my first bike. I've never really had a bike before this, much less a sport bike. And yeah, so I wanted to kind of talk about it from the perspective of, you know, coming from a vehicle or a car guy, which I still am a car guy, coming from a car guy perspective to now a motorcycle. And let me tell you, when you guys get your first motorcycle, whether that be a 300, a 400, a 500, 600, 700, 900, whatever the case may be, 1,000, whatever it is, specifically with a sports bike, it's kind of going to change the way you think about vehicles. And this is what I was talking to my friends about, in the sense that when you, let's say you want to shop for a car, right? Let's say, for example, right now I have a 99 Miata, and I like to keep that as, you know, kind of like a car that I have there to go out, have fun every now and then on the car and everything like that. But let's say I wanted to get a Corvette, right? Let's say I wanted to go back to my roots. I used to have a Z06. Let's say I wanted to go back to my roots and get a C7 Z06, right? Well, the C7 Z06s are going for anywhere, I don't know, like north of $60,000, $70,000, 75, mid-70s, maybe even low 80s, right? And you get a lot of car for that price. That's actually a really good price for that car. You get 650 wheel horsepower, and you're getting 650 foot-pounds of torque to the rear wheels. That is absolutely insane to just have at your disposal like that. And you can get that all in a manual transmission, right? So let's say I wanted to get that. I'm going to have to put down, I don't know, like $10,000, $5,000 to get that car and then finance the rest. Whereas you think about it, right? And you're like, well, instead of spending $70,000, $80,000 on the Z06, you could essentially get a top-of-the-line Ducati V4R, brand new, 0 miles, for less than half the cost, right? So I've had this bug bite me where it's like, man, I want a new car. I want to experience, like, you know, something quick again, because the Mazda, obviously, let's be real here, it's not that quick. And the thing is that every time I go shopping for a car, I'm reminded, like, damn, I can't, like, it doesn't make sense to buy, you know, let's say a Z06 or a Nissan GTR or whatever the case may be, because if you wanted to do like speed and thrill as in relation to the price of the vehicle, like there's no better bang for your buck that you're gonna get a speed and a thrill from per dollar spent than a motorcycle. Like, it's just not gonna happen. And that is, again, my opinion, coming from that world of going out for car rides and going on rallies and things like that, which I still do, but just not at a quick pace. So that's something that recently I started to think about, and I'm like, why, you know, why would I add a Z06 to the garage? Why would I add a GT other than just for the fact to have it, right? Because like I said, if I wanted to go out there and have fun, dude, I'm going to take my bike, especially if the weather, the good thing here in Florida is that we can basically ride year round. We're not like other states and other places where you have a crazy winter and you can't go anywhere. Like, that's not, we're not in that situation, right? So bikes in that sense kind of just absolutely shattered my perspective on like what a good buy is when it comes to that kind of power. Because yes, 650 wheel horsepower, and I keep using the Z06 as an example because that's the car that I've really been looking at. It's probably the best bang for your buck in terms of a vehicle that you can get for that much power at that price point. Like, there's just something else like it. But bro, you get, yes, 650 wheel horsepower. The car weighs, I don't know, 3,600 pounds. But so that's what, 600 horsepower, 650, 3,000 pounds. That's like 5 pounds per horsepower, right? Around there, more or less. Quick math, dude. The V4R, you could get the V4R, have over 200 horsepower on that thing, and something that weighs close to under 400 pounds. Like, that is insane. Like, that's insane. That's like if you had the, let's say that same Corvette or that same Z06 had weighed 3,500 pounds, let's say 3,600 pounds, and you had 1,800 horsepower. That would be that equivalent. It's insane. So, from that perspective, my mentality is completely fucked. Now, obviously, yes, there are things that you could do in a car that you can't do on a bike in terms of practicality, right? Like, obviously, you can't put things in your trunk. You don't have a trunk. You can't really carry more than one passenger if you want to carry a passenger. And in a V4R, let's be honest, like, a passenger isn't really your main focus. But it's just, those are the things too that like you don't think about, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's definitely a different way of thinking and a different perspective that I didn't really have before. It always sounds good under the bridge, I'll be honest. So from that sense, yes, bikes absolutely ruin your life. Also, sense of speed. Now, obviously, I don't condone crazy I don't condone like crazy reckless driving, right? Like, as long as you're in control and you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. But let's say 120 on a bike versus 120 on a car does not feel the same, not even close. Sometimes you go 100 miles an hour on a car and you don't even notice you're going that fast. Whereas on a bike, you have all of this sensory input. You have the vibrations of the bike. You have the wind. You have the noise. You have so much in terms of a different sensory input to let you know, hey, you're going pretty fucking fast. So you're not going to get that kind of feeling on the car. At least not compared to the bike. It's just you have to have a bike to understand. So I just wanted to come on here and make a quick video about that, you know, just kind of, especially to the guys that don't have a bike out there and are looking to get a bike. Again, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying get ready to have your mentality changed when it comes to splurging on vehicles, on cars, not on bikes, because shit, you get a V4R and a Ninja H2 for the same price as one Z06 C7. So again, just a different perspective of looking at things. You know, now as I'm sitting here in the light, another thing that is actually kind of nuts is that to fill up a bike, at least my bike, the 2018 CBR600, right? To fill this bike up from empty to full, putting 93 octane, at the prices down here in Miami, it costs me like 12 bucks. It's cheaper than a lunch meal. So you can go on a pretty fun adventure for basically almost no money when it comes to refueling. But I mean, that's just my perspective on it, guys. Like, obviously, I'm not saying that one is better than the other, or they're both amazing, right? I'm sure having a Z06, at least the C7, is fantastic. When I had the C6, that thing was a bunch of fun. Getting on highways, merging, doing pulls, digs. It's a lot of fun. Kind of like that, but in black, and not a Grand Sport. But yeah, so I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm just saying I want to hear your perspective on what you guys think. You know, like, holy shit, this guy just took the fucking, that old man was fucking nuts. He didn't even stop there. He just looked left, didn't see anything coming, and just went right to the middle. So I want to hear your perspective down in the comments below, guys. Like, what's your opinion? Like, if you guys have made that transition from a car to a bike, have you seen your mentality shift like that, or is it just me? Because I'm interested. You know, what have been the biggest things that you've noticed coming from the car to the bike? But yeah, guys, make sure to subscribe. We recently hit 200 subscribers. The amount of support that I have been getting in the channel is absolutely unreal. I never thought that, you know, coming back to YouTube, we would be getting as many views as we are, and as much like and engagement as we do. And it really is super nice, because it makes me feel like, you know, what I'm doing is working, and it's doing great. So if you guys want to subscribe, support the channel, it's absolutely free. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Go ahead and make sure you like this video. And until the next time, I'll go ahead and see if we can do a little pull here, and I'll leave you guys with that. So yeah, guys, be safe, take it easy, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.